Boom. Here in the top 4 playing against Adner. Adner usually likes blue-black control decks, maybe? I don't know. So we mulligan a 1-land hand. See a 0-land hand. Alright, this 5 is capable. We can dash on turn 2. Hopefully it'll land. Haste on turn 3. He's one of the white token players. Okay. So I figure that card's important to him. He might not block, but he does. Good old sorcery speed, raise the alarm, no big deal. I could have played Dragon Mantle on his guy, but instead I figure scrying is fine. I'll just avoid design 1, put collateral damage on bottom. And he gets more guys without Scouring Sands main. This game 1 is kind of a crapshoot. Yep, not looking good. He's got a million things in play. Yeah, and I'm just dead. So, yeah, game 1, not the best. Game 2, we get to bring in Scouring Sands. So that is going to potentially help a lot. We get to play first. We get to bring in Negate, I think is decent against them too. Here, first time we have actually drawn a Goblin Heel Cutter. Sands capable. Little Pegasus, so another good 2-drop. It's pretty great. So here we lead off with Valley Dasher instead of Mardu Scout, because we want to be contributing to the board, dealing as much damage as possible. Plays Sultai Emissary, which I believe he will block with because he wants to get the 2/2 and that lets him attack with the Loyal Pegasus. So I let him block, and then I play my tap land to find my blue for Treasure Cruise and Lightning Strike his guy. Which was, it's a backcast, which doesn't matter. I had opponent at the PPTQ at Channel Fireball yesterday he manifested Sunset Backcast to Cloud Form and then tried to flip it and make a token. But that's not how it works. It's enter the battlefield trigger. So he plays tap land, does not have another play, so I'm pretty much thinking he probably has Raise the Alarm. At which point I say, I don't want my Heel Cutter to get double blocked. I'd rather have the Skull Cleaver get double blocked. I'd rather kill both Raise the Alarm tokens, so I don't want to lead with Mardu Scout either. So I'm fully anticipating Raise the Alarm to kill off this Skull Cleaver. Now, can't attack or block alone. I'm expecting Loyal Pegasus to block this Valley Dasher, because he's going from having friends to no friends. So if he has no friends again, why wouldn't you block? Like, you're just taking damage for no reason, and you think you're going to attack with a Loyal Pegasus one day. It would make sense if you had like a 2/3, since you knew you'd be able to eat this 2/2, and then you knew you'd be able to attack after that. But he doesn't have a 2/3. He does potentially Raise the Alarm, which again, I'd rather this Mardu Scout die. He does have Raise the Alarm. Alright, so he takes another. That's 4 damage he's taken for no reason. Could have just traded off this Loyal Pegasus. Harsh Sustenance kills my guy. Okay, so maybe that's why I didn't want to trade, since he could harsh it. Doesn't really need to trade if he doesn't harsh it though. So I treasure cruise. And some lands. And definitely play Scouring Sands just so he can't attack. And since he doesn't have mana open, I'll keep a haste creature on top. Yeah, so I just saved myself a token by casting it there. Oh, he's got a 3 mana 2/3. Which I can play Valley Dasher and Goblin Heel Cutter now. Hit for 5. Second main, might as well play the Dragon Mantle. Just kind of a way to accelerate through the deck, and so next turn, if he left his 2/3 back, I could attack into it and make it a 3/2 and have it blocked. So I don't really understand that attack when it's very clear that I have the dash guys, the haste guys, the guys that say you can't block. I find this very, very difficult of a race for him to win. So I just put him down to 4. You know, he kind of comments that, oh, nice trick you did there with dash. And I'm like, you should know about dash, buddy. So this play is really interesting. It's basically casting Freakus Cure on my guy. So what would you do? Would you collateral damage his face or one of the creatures? I figure you could have Last Breath, at which point targeting the Sungrace Pegasus would be bad, since he would gain 4 life and, you know, have a 2/3. My other play of sacking it, hitting him in the face, puts him to 1, but then he gains the 1 right back if he has another creature, or he just can't attack with, he has to leave both his creatures back with being at 1. I attack with Heel Cutter, say that Horde Chief can't block, and then he has to chump with Sungrace Pegasus, goes to 2. And then what? He's only got 1 blocker. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's... I don't even think it's likely that he would be playing Last Breath. Maybe Freakus Cure, maybe Feast of Dreams, but I don't know. But I just make the play of kill your... sack it, kill your guy with lifelink. Attack me if you dare. And he does. Which means he must know... He does have Goblin Heel Cutter. And he must know he has nothing. He has no other play. So he might as well attack. But I got the Dragon Mantle. Dragon Mantle on this guy. Yeah, creates a lethal situation. Okay. And that's that. I believe that was game 2. Oops. So we keep our 7. We have a 2-land hand. That's pretty good. We get to lead with Crusader. And I love going upkeep Titan Strength. Ooh. Ration Cleric. So nice. Somebody has the tech against me. So here I think the play is actually just attack into the guy. He can't really block, but if he does, it's actually fine. As we get to kill his guy and make a guy. And we have the blue mana already, and we have a couple of spells. So I think Treasure Cruise is good, so we'll keep it on top. We do not play the Evolving Wilds last turn because we don't want to shuffle away the Treasure Cruise. So he played nothing on his turn. Maybe he has Raise the Alarm. And I'm playing around Raise the Alarm by not attacking with my 2/1/1s. I don't want him to trade for those, especially when I have collateral damage in hand. But I am willing to trade for a Valley Dasher. But he doesn't take the bait. Okay. He wants to attack. I figure that's fine because if he has, you know, Mardu Horde Chief then the extra token doesn't matter since I have Scoured Sands already. He plays Inspired Charge. That is not a good play in my opinion. He's only dealing 6 damage. Okay. So that's a big turn where we get to bash for 7. Pick our guy back up. Sungrace Pegasus, okay. Could have Harsh Sustenance, so I like the idea of leaving collateral damage up now. Mana's fine, so we get to dash. Or, no, yeah, this is much better. We get to lead with Scouring Sands, because that's going to force him to Harsh Sustenance first. And then whatever he would target with Harsh Sustenance, yep, we get to pick with collateral damage and then fire at the 1/2. So we spent 2 cards, killed his board, which his board took him 2 cards to build, but we also got this fell out of his hand for no value. And we get the Scry Crusader. We don't need another one. Dash hit for 5 down to 9. So I feel really good about my spot now, which is pretty crazy. Sandstepped Outcast. That's a good card, except I would have made a 3/2. So here we get to delve and play Treasure Cruise for 2 mana. We hit a land and Scouring Sands Lightning Strike, which is pretty perfect. So we get to kill his team, dash again, put him down to 4. And now he's very dead. So yeah. Let's attack with everybody and see what he has. He's currently lethal. And he has Inspired Charge, which doesn't do anything. Yep, so as you can see, we were pretty aggressive and he stumbled. Inspired Charge. It's not what he really wants in his deck, probably. He just probably wants more Ration Clerics and low drop creatures. So yeah, made it past the top 4 through a matchup that I think is really bad game 1. Like we just scooped game 1 to a bunch of tokens really quickly. But again, the presence of Scouring Sands is really good against him. So we also have Magma Spray, which helps against the Sungrace Pegasus and the Selfless Cathar, so that we can kill that and then Scouring Sands this guy. So on to the finals.